I should have known from the way Khalid smiled that afternoon that he had something up his sleeve. His smile wasn't a casual, brotherly grin I'd gotten used to since we first met in class 6 months ago. No, it was sly and indulgent. The kind of smile a man wears when he's already decided what you're going to do before you even know it yourself. "Come with me," he said in his soft, deliberate English, tinged with the lilting rhythm of Emirati Arabic. "We go shopping. Anything you want, Habibi. My treat." And really, who says no to that? A shopping spree in Dubai Mall, on the wall of a man like Khalid, wealthy, effortlessly stylish, the kind of guy who drove a white G-Wagon and wore oud so rich it lingered in the air even after he'd left the room. I wasn't stupid. I knew generosity like his always had strings. But when you're a broke expat trying to stretch your stipend until payday, and a man like Khalid dangles Versace shirts and new sneakers in front of you, you bite. "Are you serious?" I asked, pretending not to sound too eager. He tilted his head, eyes narrowing playfully. "Do I look like a man who jokes about Gucci?" We laughed, and I said yes. The mall was a cathedral of glass and marble, a monument to capitalism. Tourists shuffled by with shopping bags hanging off their arms like trophies. The fountain roared in the center, cameras flashing. And there we were, me in my washed-out jeans and sneakers, Khalid in tailored trousers, and a navy polo that hugged his chest a little too perfectly. He walked like he owned the place. I walked like I was just grateful to be standing beside him. "Pick something," Khalid said as we passed the cologne counters in Bloomingdale's. The staff bowed like he was royalty, spraying testers onto white cards. He held one up to my nose. "This suits you. Light but strong." I inhaled, dizzy from the woody sweetness. "It's nice but expensive." Khalid gave me a look that silenced me. "I told you, anything you want." Still, I didn't choose. Something in his eyes told me this wasn't really about cologne, not really about shopping. His gaze lingered too long. His hand brushed my back as he guided me through the aisles. Little touches that made my skin tingle. And then, just as I was beginning to relax, he leaned close, his breath hot against my ear. "Do you trust me?" The words froze me mid-step. My heart pounded. I turned to face him, but he only smiled that sly smile again. "Yes," I said, though my voice was unsure. "Good." He didn't buy the cologne. He didn't buy the shirts I'd half-heartedly admired. Instead, he walked us past Zara, past Adidas, past the cinema, until we reached a quiet corner of the mall. A polished corridor led toward the restrooms, away from the crowds. I hesitated. He didn't. Inside, the restroom gleamed with polished marble counters and mirrors, so tall they made you feel smaller than you already were. The faint scent of oud mixed with disinfectant. A cleaner mopped lazily in the far corner, then disappeared. Khalid stood by the sinks, his reflection sharp, powerful. He glanced at the stalls, then back at me. "You thought I brought you here for shirts and sneakers, I swallowed hard. "Didn't you?" That smile again. Wolfish. Dangerous. "I promise shopping. But I give you something better." He stepped closer, closing the space between us. My back nearly touched the cold marble counter. My pulse thundered. "Khalid." Someone could walk in. "Chill." His hand slid along my jaw, thumb grazing my bottom lip. His eyes burned into mine. "Do you want this?" Every nerve screamed yes, even as my mouth stammered silence. My body betrayed me, leaning into his touch. And that was all the permission he needed. The silence in that marble-walled restroom was heavier than any music. Just the hum of the AC, the distant echo of footsteps in the mall, and Khalid's breathing. He pushed open a stall door with the back of his hand, glancing inside before looking at me. "Come." It wasn't a request. It was an order wrapped in velvet. My legs moved before my brain caught up. Inside, the stall was spotless. Dubai malls had a way of making even restrooms feel like five-star hotels. The door clicked shut behind us, and suddenly the space shrank, pulling his body closer to mine. "Khalid," I whispered, half warning, half plea. He smirked. You're nervous. I should be. We're in a mall bathroom. Exactly. His hand pressed against my chest, not harsh, just firm enough to feel my heartbeat hammering under his palm. You like it? And God help me, I did. The danger, the secrecy, the thrill of being wanted by him. He leaned down, lips grazing my ear. Say it. You want this. For a second, I fought the urge to give in. Then his other hand slid around my waist, pulling me tight against him, and the last of my resolve crumbled. I want this. I breathed. That was it. The moment the switch flipped, his mouth crashed against mine, hot, urgent, claiming. I gasped, and he swallowed the sound like he'd been waiting for it. The kiss was rough but intoxicating, the kind that erased every thought except more. His beard scratched lightly against my skin, his cologne mixing with the sterile restroom air, turning it into something heady, forbidden. My back hit the stall wall. His hands pinned mine above my head for a moment, testing, teasing, as if to say, "You're mine now." Then he let go, only to trail down my arms, over my chest, slow and deliberate. Call it. My voice cracked between a moan and a warning. Yes, a BB? He murmured against my neck, lips brushing my skin. You promised shopping. He laughed softly, low and wicked. This is better than shopping. His hand slid lower. The stall was too small for the heat that built between us. His chest pressed against mine, solid and unyielding, while the cool marble wall dug into my back. Every sense was sharpened. The smell of oud clinging to his shirt, the faint echo of a toilet flush somewhere beyond, the pounding of blood in my ears. Khaled's mouth claimed mine again, this time slower, deeper. His tongue teased, tasted, took its time. I melted into it, my hands instinctively clutching his shoulders, pulling him closer. See, he whispered, lips brushing mine. Better than shopping. I tried to laugh, but came out a gasp as his hand slid boldly down my torso, fingers tracing the outline of my jeans. Khaled. My protest was weak, half-hearted. Sure. He kissed me again, silencing me, his hand moving with deliberate intent. The friction sent sparks through me. My body betrayed me entirely. Every brush of his fingers was a test. A question I'd already answered the moment I followed him in here. My hips bucked slightly against his touch, and his smile curved against my mouth. You beg without words, he murmured. The thrill of being so exposed, locked in a mall stall with people just steps away, made everything sharper. I bit my lip, struggling to hold back a sound that threatened to echo off the walls. Khaled's eyes burned into mine, dark and hungry. Say it. My throat was dry. Say what? That you want me. His hand pressed firmer. Now. It was reckless. It was dangerous. It was everything I wasn't supposed to do. And yet, I want you, I breathed, the confession tearing out of me like surrender. That was all it took. Khaled's restraint snapped, his hands urgent now, pulling at my belt, my clothes, his movements both practiced and desperate. My own hands found him too, trembling, eager. The stall shrank around us, heat rising, breaths ragged. And in that hidden corner of Dubai Mall, where tourists clicked selfies by fountains and families browsed gold bracelets, Khaled gave me exactly what he promised. Something far, far better than shopping.